Yeah, well,
When are we doing the final?
the final FA Cup. When is that?
It's already been said.
I'm like a June. Hey,
When is the final?
June.
June, I think UEFA final is June. The FA Cup.
No, the FA Cup is in June.
So far.
It's
Damn.
It's just how you build it, really. Like the status of the team.
Do you wanna guys be here? Do you wanna be here? Close the door.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the
Hey, Peyo.
Top 6 West managers. Cut the West owners.
top 5,
Traditional.
top 6.
Top 6 except City, so the traditional 5. Tottenham, Chelsea, Tottenham, then Liverpool,
United.
Inter.
You talked about the top
Yeah,
the
Big 6
traditional
except City.
big 6 except City.
I mean, we mentioned them.
Yeah, we just we'll just
That's
what we were talking
when they're having a
I was
good
talking
life.
about Newcastle. I was talking about business structures. Hey, this topic is deep. This topic is deep. I wanted to ask you. You said that the rent in this place is 25k.
I don't know the rent.
You don't know?
I don't know. I don't know it.
You wanna rent a warehouse?
Yeah. Haven't you seen Rob Dyrdek? You know Rob Dyrdek?
Yeah.
Fantasy.
Wait, Russo, can you check if I'm visible?
Just check how everything is.
Yeah, good. Like you move so yeah.
Okay.
Do the intro.
Let me do the intro.
Yeah.
Welcome for our football. Welcome to the best channel on YouTube. I'm Asano and I'm with my boy.
Tabang.
And today we're going to be talking about the guys who are bottom of the class in the Premier League, bottom of the class in terms of ownership. We're going to talk about the worst owners. The worst
It's all
owners.
about the structure.
Yes. It's all about structure. Yeah, and are we ranking them or we're just naming them?
I mean, I feel like we're gonna do like the traditional top 6, and we're gonna try and rank them according to our own personal opinion.
Okay.
We all know what the traditional top 6 is: City, Liverpool, United, Chelsea, Liverpool. Did I mention Liverpool? Spurs.
Spurs as well.
Yeah, the traditional 6. So yeah, those are the teams.
Also, we're talking Daniel Levy, we're talking Todd Bowley,
We're talking Glazenomics.
Glazers, we're talking what else is
Who's
there?
the other guy?
What's the other guy that we're forgetting? The FSG.
FSG. We mentioned Todd, right?
Todd and
The Sheik.
yeah, those guys. Those
The
guys.
City Sheik.
So do you want to start from the bottom or start
Yeah, I scheme we should start from bottom. No,
from the top?
nah,
The worst.
It's easier we start from. No, the worst is actually gonna be number 6.
The worst is number 1.
The worst is number 1.
Yeah, so
Okay, so let's start with number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6 is obvious, City.
City, like those guys, all the only thing, the only thing that these guys might be in trouble for,
Yeah.
you know, these guys they could
The charges.
yes,
Yeah.
they could get in trouble in future, you know.
But the thing is now they talked about it and then it all went
it
quiet.
just went silent. They had us,
Yeah.
like media had us believing that these guys are going to get charged and
Immediately.
point deductions, but now it's just
Point deduction or they strip away their titles, but it all went
I
quiet.
feel like these guys are threatening people's lives behind the scenes.
Bruh,
That's what I feel.
they're pulling in Madrid and Barcelona back in the day. 'Cause
Yes,
it's-
I think they have certain influence. If they're threatened, they'll find out who is threatening them.
Hey,
And
I'm
then
going
go
to tell
for
you
that
they're
family.
even paying FIFA.
Yes.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, I feel like, but in terms of the structure and or what they do, I don't think they're as bad as the
It's
other owners.
magic, bruh.
I don't think they're as bad as the other owners.
Nah, it's magic.
I don't. I think the only part is the fact that they are suspicious.
Hey, they're suspicious in that aspect, but then in terms of how they're running things, it's flourishing.
Yeah.
Because Pep just literally has to pick up the phone and say, Danny Sheik, I need 100 more.
And then we call him the best coach in the world.
Yeah, we saw a guy. We need to buy this guy. We need this guy, and they usually just cough up the money, bro. And there's some under the table deals that they do, like the Haaland deal. They didn't really disclose his fee, or they didn't really disclose his wages.
Yeah, man.
If you look deep into that contract, you'll see what There's a lot of stuff we missed and a lot of money involved in it, bro. Even its release clause is mad.
Yes,
So
it's quite sus.
it's quite sus. They're very sus.
That's why they're at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
They're very sus, but then if the iClub's owners, I wouldn't have a problem, obviously.
Yeah, you won't have a problem, but you have a slight fear.
Hey, just a slight fear orange. Come on, just cover it up.
Like
Throw in a couple of millions in there, shut them up. You know?
yeah. It's like what happened to Chelsea and Abramovich. You have a fear that maybe something could happen. But then they're cool. And then there's who's after them, because this is pretty tough.
Hey, from now it's very tough. Because now we have Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea, United.
I feel.
And who do we keep missing?
Bowley. Did you miss Bowley?
No, it's Liverpool. Oh, Arsenal.
Oh yeah, the Cronkies.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'd have to put Arsenal number 5th. If that's the case, I don't think that worse.
Really?
Do you think that worse than the other guys?
Because right now I'm struggling between putting Arsenal and FSG.
FSG is stingy, bro.
You know, but we shouldn't ignore the fact that these guys. Okay, does being a bad owner depend on whether you spend money or not?
I mean, whether you really support the vision of the coach.
Yeah. So the Arsenal supported. I don't know how long the Cronkies were there for.
I mean, Bonnet, I'd say the political aspect is really messed up.
What did they do?
For example, how they dealt with the Ozil situation.
Ah.
Yeah. That political side of things are really messed up. But then, in terms of coughing up money for transfers, I'd say they're doing okay.
They really support.
Hey,
But dude, also,
you bought Nicolas Pepe for 100 mil, bro.
I feel like you see.
Hey. And Saliba, the political aspect, Saliba was loaned out for like 3 or 4 years. And he was still kicking. He was like a very, very good centre back. He was ready for the Premier League. And then he had to come back to Arsenal after so many years because there was like that political unrest going on in Arsenal's side, the ownership side. Because I don't know, bruh. The reason behind it is very shady why they loaned him out so many times. Even Ozil was frozen out, all that shenanigans going on, you know. That now I'm gonna have them as my number 5.
That one's a very difficult one, bro. Because I don't feel like the FSG do that as much. FSG is just stingy.
FSG is just stingy, yeah.
Yes, but in terms of like the political aspects of what they do, involving themselves with what Klopp does, I don't really see them involved. I feel like Klopp is more involved with his team and his team alone. So he's now looking at whether being involved in what political stuff and not spending, which one is worse.
I feel you.
So I feel okay. You know what? I don't want to be reactionary but okay, you know what? It's so difficult, bro.
It's a tough list.
It's a tough list but I'll give them one thing. Arsenal owners, they spend money.
They spend, bro.
They spend money, and it's really difficult to find any criticism.
Plus, happy they stuck with Arteta.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they stuck with Arsene Wenger. They tried to stick with Unai Emery.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yes. Okay, so yeah, we'll put Arsenal 5th.
Yeah, Arsenal 5th.
The Cronkies 5th.
So now we're left with Liverpool, Spurs, United, and Chelsea. Okay.
I'll put Liverpool.
The nitty-gritty. I'll put Liverpool because the past 2 windows they tried spending.
And their structure, their spending structure was proper.
Yeah,
like the structure of the team, the organizational structure. I think is it Michael Edwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, as I think the sporting director or director of football, right? He was the one who was in charge. They set up everything really well. There was no confusion in and around that. You know, once they got Klopp, I don't know who came in first, but the structure, the organizational structure is there. The only problem is that Liverpool try to act like they're broke when
they tried to when they had to refurbish their midfield.
they try to act
They acted, bro. Like, bro, you were competing in 4 competitions.
Hey.
And you made it to finals and semi-finals.
Hey,
How
wait,
are you broke?
Where's that money?
Where's that money?
Exactly. Like
Wow.
that's the problem.
They tried to act, bro. They tried to be slick.
They want to act like they're Everton in the
Yeah.
top 4. Like, no, bro, you have money, spend it, you know. Like, right now, I don't know why they pulled out of the Bellingham race for some reason.
And now it's deal done with Madrid.
As if they
But
don't have
this
money.
weekend is gonna be deal complete.
It's hard for me to believe that they do not have money.
Yeah, and I believe they have money. They're just stingy.
Or maybe, yeah, I think that's the only thing that you can criticize them for is the fact that they're stingy.
Mm.
Is Michael Edwards still at Liverpool?
I think he is. I don't know. I haven't
Yeah.
heard anything.
Hey, but I feel like maybe they're going on the same route in how they got Salah and Mane, where they don't get players that Klopp wants. They get players that fit Klopp according to them. Maybe.
According to them, yeah.
Yes,
Well, no, we know you want this. You know you want Mbappe, but we have a Mbappe from Wish. You know, a cheaper version. You can hold on to this one while we still work on our finances. But they do have the money, bro.
I think that's the only criticism that I have of the Liverpool owners. As in, you'd think they're going to splurge.
What about development? Do you think they're developing the club in terms of infrastructure and everything? Because I don't know. When was the last time they refurbished the stadium?
I think they did. Maybe 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
I think they did. I'm not sure, but I feel like they extended Anfield. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, but I feel like they're not ignoring that part. I don't see anything wrong with their organizational structure, how they spend on Liverpool, apart from the team, you know, in terms of the training ground. I feel like everything with Liverpool is fine. It's just that in terms of buying players, they act like they don't have money when they do. And this is why I feel like Klopp has been suffering against Guardiola in all these seasons. You know, he hasn't been backed up that much because Guardiola just every season he just gets what he wants.
Hey, bro.
He just gets what he wants. He just gets an improvement.
Phone call every day.
Hey, I think that's the difference between Guardiola and
Klopp.
Yes.
So yeah, that's where we are. Number 4.
Yeah, that was number 4.
Okay, yeah, Liverpool number 4, right? And now we're left with 3 clubs.
These ones, the legendary trio, the 3 amigos. Funny enough, it's the Glazers, it's Todd Bowley, and Daniel. Ah! Oh, wow. This one is difficult, but I'll
go Todd.
Yes, I would put Todd Bowley number 3.
Yeah, I'd go Todd.
Because mainly of Todd Bowley and Ekbali and whoever he's doing his things with have done the most stupid things in the world. Like,
in a short space of time.
Stupidity, right? This is it's unparalleled.
Yeah.
It's an unparalleled debut to ownership. Like, this is legendary stuff, bro. Like, how dumb can you be, bro?
Yeah.
Like, this is amazing. Like, the amazing world of Bowley and Ekbali. Like, bro, like, you should be on Cartoon Network because this is hilarious, bro.
It's hilarious.
Oh my goodness. I feel like these guys are like a social experiment to test Chelsea fans on how angry they can be.
Like, bro, how do you spend 200 mil plus on a manager, Thomas, to get the players he wanted, and then you sack him, then you buy Graham, you get Graham Potter, the players he wanted, spending again another 200 mil plus, then you sack him, and then you hire an interim manager who was once sacked by the same club, who almost relegated Everton.
Bro.
And now he's working with the players he didn't buy. Whoever's coming the next season is gonna want his own players that work in his own system.
Bro.
What are we gonna do about these other players that are already there?
It's quite.
I mean, I'll give him props. He's spending money.
Spending money, which is also a worry. Dude, he's still spending money today. He's every time.
Yesterday you signed the Wonder Kid.
We just signed Wonder Kid. Every loss is compensated by a Wonder Kid.
A Wonder Kid,
bro. That's I don't get it. And you know this guy, he decided to sack. First mistake, sacking Tuchel.
Yeah.
Second mistake, hiring Potter, bro.
And sacking him, that's the third mistake.
Hey.
Like, if you just let him finish the season. If you're gonna hire Lampard,
why would you even like sack he went on a sacking spree, sacking everyone in the organization. How do you get to a point where you sack the guy who cuts the grass? It just doesn't make sense.
Are you mad?
They even sacked the physio, and now that physio got sacked, and the players asked for the physio to come back. And now you have to bring him in as a consultant on every Sunday just because of the players. And this whole thing of walking into the dressing room.
You're not supposed to do that, fam.
This is not American
It's
football.
not your job.
So it's just Todd Bowley is just a shambles, man. He's just a shambles. Right now he's taking his time to appoint a coach. Like we would be, if Poch comes, we are lucky that he chose us. We're actually lucky because we deserve Lampard. Actually, we actually deserve
As
Lampard.
a permanent
We
owner.
deserve Lampard as a permanent owner in the Championship or League One. You know. Yeah. So I think Todd Bowley. The only excuse I can give him is that this is his debut.
Plus he's spending.
He's
He's splashing.
He's
cash.
spending money in his debut season, and he doesn't have that much experience.
We'll just take it as a hiccup, you know, or no, you first time on
Todd
the job.
Bowley, you should learn from your mistakes. Bro.
Learn, bro. Next season you need to learn.
Yeah, I think that's your stupidity and your dumbness should just stop at the end of the season. And now
Cut it.
Yeah, cut it.
Yeah, you need to cut it.
And then for me, the second place,
Daniel.
Daniel.
For me, Daniel Levy.
Why?
Bro, there's nobody worse than Glazers.
Why?
Nobody.
Why did you say so?
I'm gonna pick Daniel because Lena is on that same chat I was thought of making a bad decision on top of another bad decision.
Bro, dude.
Like for example, you sack a manager, you hire an interim, you sack that interim, you put in another interim. It's mambo jumbo. The club, bro.
Okay.
Ghana Antonio Conte was fuming, bro.
Let's talk about both these two contenders.
Okay, first thing that the Glazers do that nobody else does, they take dividends out of the club every 6 months.
Okay, but also this guy, he pays himself. He gave himself a salary increase. You know?
Daniel.
Yes. he paid himself. Okay, I think maybe the fact that you guys, your stadium, the Tottenham Stadium was.
Bruh, Ghana, Mona, Wembley.
They put into.
They were using Wembley while they were still fixing that.
Yeah, at least there's a stadium which was developed, which is something that you guys would want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see why Glazers have to be up there.
Yeah.
I think it's been like 15 years. And had around, I don't know if it was like 2015,
Yes.
they were actually given a letter from the inspectors to work on the stadium. Because it's leaking, there's no space, it doesn't have a big screen. For Old Trafford, bruh. You don't have a big screen in Old Trafford.
The biggest club.
The biggest club in the world. You can imagine.
Yeah.
You see, Carrington, everything is in tatters. Ronaldo was like, I left the same swimming pool. I go win 4 other Ballon d'Ors and Champions Leagues. I come back, still the same team.
Yeah.
You see, they don't care, bro. Glazers just don't care.
Yeah.
Even right now, they're delaying the sale because they don't care. You know why they're delaying the sale?
No.
Avram and Joe and the other siblings are all arguing whether they should go or stay. The other 4 siblings are like, no, fuck it, let's cash in, get the 5 bill, we dip. It's a world record bid. Glazers and Joel are like, nah, bro, we still want to stay and milk more money. Wow, like they don't care about the club. They just don't care.
They don't. I feel like both Levy and Glazers don't care, because Daniel Levy has been screwing Tottenham ever since he joined them. He's been like making Tottenham suffer, you know, with his appointment and with the spending and all that. Tottenham have become the biggest floppers because mainly because of the ownership, you know. And right now he's hesitating to sign Poch because of his ego. He says he's the one who sacked him, so he's just
not
doesn't.
gonna do that.
He's not gonna to look like he made a mistake.
They'll take Nagelsmann.
Yeah, if Nagelsmann agrees, you know.
Yeah, because later he pulled out on the Chelsea one because he was like, nah.
Yeah, but
you Oaks are clowns.
yeah, but I feel like with what I've been told with the Glazers, with what you've just said, the Glazers have just been a shambles.
Bruh.
It's just the one thing that you can give credit to the Glazers, which Man U fans still don't like, is the fact that okay, there's money in the club. There's money being spent on players.
You know that chat. The problem with that chat is, okay, fine, you are spending, but then at the wrong time. For example, the summer window, the past one. Can I imagine if Ten Hag lifted the Eredivisie trophy, the next day he was at Old Trafford. Next day, he didn't even go for holiday. He was there because he wanted to give these Owens his transfer list. Or these are the players I want. And now, like Glazers, usually they try to conceal the amount first. The transfer budget. They told him, we have 100 mil, my guy. We don't have money, we are broke. He was like, now because you have 100 mil, who's number one on my transfer list target? Frankie de Jong. Hey, let's try and get him at least with the 100 mil. So what happens is that from that list, I can hear players like Anthony were like 50, 60 mil. Players like Lisandro were like 35 mil. Everything was cheap when the window opened. Okay, fine. Try to get Frankie since you guys say you are broke, you have 100 mil, which was a lie. You can't give 100 mil to a new manager, bro. A new manager, 100 mil. It doesn't work like that. He was like, well, fine. Let's chase this guy. It didn't work. And now they panicked because we lost the first 2 games. And now the fans were whining. They were like, you motherfuckers, what is this? They had to rush. I cannot immediately after the Brentford game, there was an emergency meeting. But hey, bro, we're bumping up. We're bumping up the transfer window to 220. Why didn't you do that in the first place? Save you the cost. Now we are overpaying for everyone we're going to buy.
Because they're desperate.
Because there's no planning. We don't like that because there's no planning in it, bro. Get in everyone early. Let them go for pre-season.
American owners,
bro.
The worst thing that's happened to football.
So for me, Glazers are number 1. For
Guys,
me, Glazers are number 1.
Please tell us who your worst owners are.
Just vent out your
Just
feelings.
tell us,
it's
tell
a safe
us what wrong.
space.
If we set them up incorrectly, tell us. I know Chelsea fans, you're feeling some type of way, but yeah, just tell us. And Man United fans, I know you're happy with this because you agree.
Because we agree and we know.
Liverpool fans,
I can already these guys be pulling up to stadiums and fans be chanting Glazers out. And when the screen is super like that, faces the Glazers out. They know we don't want them.
Yeah. They know. I've seen videos.
They know, bro.
Guys, thank you for watching. Deuces.
Push. Are we done for the night?
Yeah, we're done.
Great stuff.